Darius Garland, I was unfamiliar with your game. Last season was probably your all-time low season, aside from your rookie year, of course. After getting big-time money, he had a couple injuries when it came with his jaw, and so on. And he had a poor season last year. Even in the playoffs, he was nothing but a letdown. But this year, after a whole offseason where even I have to come out and say I was wrong and I apologize, all right, Darius Garland, because so far you've been the Cavaliers' best player. I can't lie. You have been the guy that's been clutch in the fourth quarter, and you are having a career high in all of these averages: 53% from the field, 46 from three, 91 from the free throw. You're averaging 20.6 assists. After a crazy offseason where it was said that if Mitchell were to re-sign, Garland wanted out, and I was over here advocating, since the Wolves had public interest, I was like, oh, we should find a way to trade Darius Garland and get in Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid onto the team, since they valued him and he was valued so highly by the Wolves. They could see him and Anthony Edwards being the backcourt instead of Mike Conley. And I thought, well, it would be nice to get these two guys since we were so weak in the small forward position. And, one of them could be small forward, one could be shooting guard, or they could be our forwards and, add Jared Allen to get a little bit more value and put Mobley at the center position. I was open to anything. But, Atkinson has came in and absolutely been phenomenal coaching. He's came out and he's unlocked Evan Mobley. He's unlocked Darius Garland, something that JB Bickerstaff never could have done. And it just shows how much he was the problem. But anyways, Cavaliers start 13-0. They are what? 11 games away from tying the Golden State record. Will that happen? Well, let's check it out. You're gonna play the Bulls. I think you have a good chance of winning that. Knock on wood. I think you could beat the Hornets too. Knock on wood. So that makes you 15-0. Now you play Boston. Now Boston could be a complicated game. This is gonna be in the Garden. I feel like if you could get past the Garden here and the Celtics, it'd be 16, probably 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, it's very difficult. I don't know. You play the Nuggets too. I'm gonna say they don't do it. I'm gonna be honest. The Cavaliers will not end up 25-0. No chance. You're playing the Nuggets. You're playing Boston twice. You're gonna be playing, the Hawks back-to-back days. It's gonna be extremely hard. But back to Darius Garland here. Back on topic. This man is absolutely the face of the franchise in a couple years when Donovan Mitchell leaves, because I don't think he's going to stay his whole contract. I think eventually the Cavaliers will end up trading him, but they've made it work. They've made a small backcourt actually work. We thought Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum would be the closest thing of a small backcourt getting to the championship. They made it to the conference finals, but this team right here, the East is so weak right now. If you check the standings here, look at this. You've got literally the 4 seed and down under 500. You got the Knicks under 500. The Pacers, look at the 76ers, 2-9. The Bucks 4-8. Literally the Celtics, and obviously the Magic are going to be consistent. I think the Knicks will turn it around. The Pacers should be better, but I genuinely believe here it's literally gonna be Cavs. This is 2016 all over again. You check the Western Conference, Thunder, Warriors. That's 2016 right there. These are the two. The four teams that were absolutely being great in 2016. They were making conference championships. They were making the playoffs. They were being competitive. And right now, these are the four teams on top of the standings. And I could definitely see this going forward. Obviously, the Bucks are gonna bounce back. I feel like a coaching change is mandatory. You've got two incompetent guys in Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham. And then the 76ers, on the other hand, they have two superstars that are allergic to playing back-to-backs. It's kind of crazy how much these guys don't want to play back-to-back games. You are 2-9. 2-9. You have to win at least 7 games in a row before being 500. And you're going to tell me the 76ers right now are not, their superstars are not playing back-to-backs. You've got a rookie in Jared McCain right now carrying the team, playing out of his mind, and they've only managed to win 2 games. It's absolutely insane. And I think this Cavaliers team, is playing like a unit right now. Darius Garland and Spider Mitchell right now are being absolutely great in the backcourt. For being two small guards in the backcourt, the defense is high at a high level. Offensively, they're creative. Evan Mobley's having a leap year. Jared Allen's being consistent. Isaac Okoro's doing great. Somebody who I wanted to see off the Cavaliers too. Shooters are shooting well. We're seeing odd lineups working out. You know, we see Ty Jerome, Niang playing the center. We're seeing, you know, Sam Merrill, Karis LeVert, and Dean Wade at once, and these guys are getting buckets. The bench comes out and they perform well. I think that's something to look at the Cavaliers. You know, the bench has been overperforming. It's a big reason why, because guys like Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, and Jared Allen could all be off the court taking a break, and these guys will not take their foot off the gas pedal. And that's why they're 13-0. That's why they're great. And people will say, "Oh, look at the schedule. You know, they've played weak teams." What do you mean weak teams? You know, I almost went here, but and we check the regular season, they beat the Raptors in a blowout. Okay, that could be considered a nobody. The Pistons are obviously very poor, but you are playing like a former coach there. Wizards, poor. Knicks, that's a great win. That's a great win against the Knicks. Then the Lakers, that's a tough game right there to win. You beating the Lakers right there, and the Lakers were hot at the moment. Then you've got the Magic. The Magic took you to 7 last season, and you win comfortably. The Bucks are always a great team, and you beat them twice. You know, I understand Giannis wasn't playing one of them, but you beating a team twice in back-to-backs is very hard to do, and they've done it. And then you play the Pelicans. That's a win. The Pelicans are a playoff caliber team. The Warriors were the second record in the NBA. You get the win there. That's, you know, and you blew them out comfortably. It was like 36, 42 points around that at one point. You beat the Nets barely, but you still get the win. You beat the Bulls. The Bulls are looking decent right now. And then the 76ers you also beat. Obviously Embiid and Paul George didn't play, and it almost escaped out of you. But you get the win. A win is a win. If you win by 40, you win by 5, you're still getting the win. Doesn't really matter. Now, you can't really say the schedule's poor. Because at the end of the day, you're telling me, if I go over here and check the 76ers schedule, are you going to tell me their schedule's too hard right now? You play the Bucks. I understand that is a tough game. Raptors, you lose to the Raptors. Well, the Cavs beat them. You beat the Pacers. That's a good win. Then you lose to the Pistons. Cavs beat them. Memphis is tough. Phoenix is tough. The Clippers are not really that good. The Lakers are a tough team. Hornets, you get the win there. The Knicks, well, the Cavs beat them. Then you lose to the Cavs themselves. So it's not anybody's fault, but the 76ers, that they have 2 superstars right now that are injury prone, allergic to back-to-backs, and you got Tyrese Maxey who's out. So at the moment, you're literally relying on Jared McCain, your first round pick, who wasn't even a top 10 pick. You know, it's showing the level. You're paying these guys top dollar, and they're not wanting to play the games. So that's why your team's bad. Now, when you look at the Cavaliers, every single player has played every game, basically, right? So it's just the level of play, the level of coaching, the level of staff, and right now it's at an all-time high in Cleveland, and I'm excited for this team. I genuinely believe conference finals is looking like what they're doing minimum, because all these other teams, aside from Boston, nobody's worried about anyone else, but, you know, you could say Boston's a tough team. I don't know about the Magic, the Knicks, and that's it. Because look at Milwaukee and Boston and the 76ers. Milwaukee has the best guy, Giannis, on the, you know, rumored to be traded every day. The 76ers, unhealthy superstars. So that's where they're at right now. But anyways, I think the Cavaliers are right now the team to beat. And obviously, Darius Garland, apology video. I apologize, man. You've absolutely turned around. But anyways, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos. And how many wins do you think the Cavs are going to get before they lose? Personally, I think they lose to Boston in the Garden. I think that'll be the game they lose. It's going to be a heartbreaking one, but it won't be a bad streak, to be honest. It's going to be in the record books for further notice. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.